In this final tutorial, I want to summarize all of the information we've learned in this course. As we know, the main techniques of working with images are working with light and set design. When we work with light, we can make beautiful volume with contrast in the scene. These contrast techniques are the light and shadows contrast, contrast of light temperatures, cold and warm, dense atmosphere contrast, optical contrast. When we work with set design, this is working with visual storytelling, introducing and using props, the filling of foreground and background, and working with color harmony. Knowing and using these tools, you can make expressive and very beautiful shots. Practice them as often as possible. Also, you should not underestimate set design. If you consciously work with color harmony, location, and the clothing of your characters, your work will look no worse than the work of Wes Anderson. Tools and devices with working with light are very different. They very quickly become obsolete, improve, and new ones appear. We are talking about light sources, grip systems, etc. I recommend keeping up with progress and follow Film Gear news. I advise you to follow cinema equipment pages on Instagram and read the magazine American Cinematographer. Not knowing about new tools may cause us to miss an opportunity to improve our work. But remember, this is just a tool. It won't make your work better by just using new gear. You need to understand the fundamentals and the techniques. The new gear will only open a new opportunity for you. As filmmakers, you just have to know how negative fill textile works, how you can make reflected light with bounce board or white textiles, and how to make beams of light in haze, etc. We went through all of this in the lessons, and you can always see new techniques from open sources on YouTube or other masterclasses. Just imagine 3 years ago, if someone told you that there was a powerful LED source that can simulate sunlight from a window, it consumes less power than a HMI and works off household power. You don't even need a gaffer, and it didn't cost a lot of money. I'm speaking about lights available now to us as filmmakers. Lights like the Nanla Forza 500 and Light Panel Solar 9. In the lessons, I shared my experience of working with light. Namely, I explained what principles and laws of lighting I try to follow, so that the light doesn't look fake. This is a key concept and helps avoid spoiling the frame by setting the light in the wrong positions, which pulls the viewer away from the story. This will be the hardest part on your journey of learning and practice, since it's not always easy to achieve the realism when working with additional light sources. However, with practice, over time, your work will begin to look more natural and aesthetically pleasing. You should always have a wide array of inspiration. In your database of inspiration, there should be many classic works which have influenced the cinematography world. In your database of inspiration, there should be many classical works which have influenced the cinematography world. However, do not limit yourself to collecting references from movies. Look also for inspiration in art galleries, paintings, photos, etc. When you look at other artists' work, analyze the light, the set design, the colors, etc. Train yourself to analyze art which you like, not just enjoy. Over time, you will understand the logic and thoughts of other cinematographers and directors, and you will develop a deeper understanding of visual storytelling. And at this point, you will stop making your work just beautiful. You will start investing meaning in your work with light, in the colors that are used in the scene. Perhaps you will even speak the language of metaphors to your audience. And yes, there is one more very important thing that helps us when viewing beautiful works. It can inspire us. Unfortunately, our work can sometimes turn into a bit of a routine. And in order not to fade away, I recommend reigniting the creative flame as often as possible while watching cool works by others to get fresh inspiration. Look at the work of filmmakers more widely. It can give you useful tools, and you can avoid mistakes on your journey by having studied the experiences of other filmmakers. The world in general and the film industry is changing very fast. If you stop learning or you're too conservative, you can lose a competitive advantage in the market. You don't need to relearn every time a new course or masterclass comes out. Healthy learning goes something like this. You have attended some useful workshops, and the percentage of new information from this training is on average 10 to 15% for you. And that's okay. With each workshop or course, you add a little bit of new information or knowledge to your overall experience. Once you have mastered many tools and principles of working with light and set design, try to find your own style. What does this mean? As a creator, you should have a unique creative voice and author's vision. My friend and very cool cinematographer, Morad Abdel Fattah, once advised me to find my own style in my work. He told me that it can be found in camera movement, the composition, or even how I light my work. I chose lighting, and I love this direction very much. Use tools that you are good at and that you like. Improve them, and it will become your creative style, which will distinguish you from other professionals. This concludes our training together. Thank you so much for supporting my project and showing interest in this course. I'm very glad I was able to share my knowledge and experience with you. Remember that this is just the first step in your journey. Don't be lazy. Practice the knowledge in this course and you will be on the path to success. All the best.